Hey, I'm Eden, and it's time for my Saturday Night Online Ask Anything with Romeo. So our first question comes from Jamal from Toronto. Jamal wants to know, what are your guilty pleasures? Well, it's kind of embarrassing, but I really love Real Housewives on Bravo. I pretty much watch every city, every season. Yeah, that would be one of my guilty pleasures. But everybody has to have a guilty pleasure. Okay, this is Leah from Annapolis. Do you plan on releasing a new song before you drop the album? Yes, I do, and I'm so excited because we're just now starting to talk about music video ideas. So a new song is coming. Penny from Aurora, Illinois. What's your favorite TV show of all time? Well, other than Real Housewives, my favorite real TV show of all time is probably Sex and the City. I don't know why, but if it comes on, I've already seen every episode like 90,000 times, and I still enjoy it and watch it all over again and quote Carrie, and I love Sex and the City. Lily from Kansas. Do you have a childhood pet? I actually had so many pets. A lot of people probably don't even know this about me, but I had a goat. And I named her Clouds, and then the rest of my family decided to change her name to Brownie, so she was very confused on what her real name was, but she was my goat mostly, so Clouds. And I also had a cat named Peachy. We had Great Danes, lots of animals. Sam from York. What was your most embarrassing moment on stage? Well, one time I was in the UK opening up for the Saturdays, and I was like running on a budget. I did not have in-ear monitors, so I was using this like kind of generic in-ear monitor. And I don't know if you guys at home have seen like the earpieces that, you know, that singers that we use so we can hear ourselves, but they're molded to your ear so that it fits and doesn't fall out. So I had this like janky one that kept falling out. So I ran off stage and was like, you guys, we gotta like get this like taped on or something. And we couldn't find a way to like stick it to my head. So we taped like 5 Band-Aids in a row. I'm not kidding. They were like, oh, they're flesh colored. No one will see them. So I had like a wall of Band-Aids leading up to my janky in-ear monitor. And it was really embarrassing because I saw the photos afterward and people were like zooming in on my face and being like, what's going on with Eden's neck? So that was weird. Kaylee from Beatrice. What was your favorite part about shooting the music video for Too Cool to Dance? My favorite part, 2 favorite parts. One, it was so hot that day. So it was awesome to shoot the water wall scene because basically I just got to stand there while someone sprayed me down with a hose, and it felt really good. And I also liked shooting the dancing scene, of course, because I'm not too cool to dance. Rebecca from Sheffield, England. You might have seen me on the Saturday store. Who would you like to collaborate with in the near future? I would love to collaborate. You know, I'm really feeling the new Kendrick Lamar sound and just his whole vibe. He's amazing. I'd love to collaborate with Kendrick Lamar in the near future. Shout out to Kendrick. Caitlin from Bay City. What was it like touring with Britney Spears, and do you look up to her as an artist? Britney obviously is an icon. It was the chance of a lifetime, and I had an amazing time being on the road, performing for everybody, and just getting to be on the same stage with her and Nicki Minaj. It was a huge blessing. I definitely look up to her as an artist. I mean, one of my first CDs was Baby One More Time as a little kid, so that was very cool. Tiffany from Reno. What is the main message you want to get across with Too Cool to Dance? Tiffany, thank you so much for this question. The main message that I hope to get out to everybody with Too Cool to Dance, that I think you guys are already kind of understanding, and I think it's why you love the song so much, is that it's okay to be yourself, to just let go of pressure from other people. You know, you don't have to worry about looking perfect all the time and acting too cool for school. Like, if you hear a fun song, it doesn't even have to be my song, and you just want to dance and be in the moment, like, that's the message of Too Cool to Dance. Just not worrying about what other people think, and, you know, waving your hands high and just enjoying life, enjoying the moment, and, you know, not being too cool for school. Anissa from Los Angeles. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose? Anissa from Los Angeles. Well, as you know, Los Angeles is kind of The best? I mean, I've lived other places. I lived in London for 2 years. It was an amazing experience, but I really missed LA once I got home. I wouldn't mind doing some time in like New York. That would be fun. And a lot of people say that Berlin is really cool. I really want to go there. So maybe New York or Berlin, although I don't speak German, but I could buy a Rosetta Stone for Christmas. Heidi from Winnipeg, do you have any hidden talents that we don't know about? Like wacky, weird talents, Heidi. Well, I can like do really weird things with my tongue. Like a lot of people can just do the loop, like this one, but I can do 3. It's gonna look really gross, but I can do 3 loops. And other weird stuff. Anyway, Jasmine from Baltimore, what's different between this solo project and your previous projects that were more group oriented? Yeah, I mean, I've been a musician my whole life, essentially, really, without realizing it or not. And I guess the difference is just, you know, you evolve over time and your tastes change. And obviously, in some of my other bands, the sound was different, our vibe was different. We were kind of more pop punk, a little bit more hip hop. And I think what I'm doing now is kind of more 80s inspired. But it's always been me, it's always been myself. It's just different phases through the evolution of being an artist. Jess from New York, do you know any other languages? Yes, I am half Persian, and so I speak a fair amount of Farsi, mostly because my grandmother does not speak one word of English, and I love her and adore her, and it's always nice to call your grandma, so I call my grandma, and I have these long chats with her in Farsi. Alicia from Thayer. What would your career be if this wouldn't have worked out? I mean, I can't even think of what I would do, so sorry, Alicia, you kind of stumped me there, but this is kind of all I know, and I'm happy it's working out. So, next question. Tina from Cambridge. Where is one place that you want to go that you haven't been before? Well, I really want to go to Asia. I've never been anywhere in Asia, and I think I gotta go to Tokyo and fulfill the lyric of getting my bangs cut in Tokyo, so Tokyo. Alex from Fayetteville. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Oh, that's a really good question. About a year ago, actually more than a year ago, I guess, a year and a half ago, I went, not hang gliding, parasailing? Parasailing where the boat pulls you and you like fly up 750 feet. That was gnarly, but I loved it. Yeah, probably that. Mark from Fort Wayne. Who's your celebrity crush? Ooh. People think I'm like weird on this one, and especially his most recent movie, he's very creepy in it. But I really think Jake Gyllenhaal is sexy, and he's got something really awkward about him that I just find attractive. So we'll say Jake Gyllenhaal. Kyle from Atlanta. What's your favorite color? Red. Can't you tell? The red lips, the red nails. Perfect shade of red. This is Thrill of Brazil, OPI. In case anyone cares. Nina from Philadelphia. Who are your biggest music influences? Hi, Nina. I have so many. It would be hard to name all of them, but I definitely love, right now, currently, I'm in a phase of late 70s, early 80s music, so Sheila E., early Madonna records, Michael Jackson. And then I also love, you know, I love a lot of alt-girl rock bands from the 90s, Letters to Cleo, Veruca Salt, so Garbage, kind of like a mishmash of that. I like girl bands. Nicole from Prospect Heights. If you could go back in time, what is one piece of advice you would give your younger self? I'd probably say a couple things. One is don't pluck out all your eyebrows because it's going to take a very long time for them to grow back, which I'm thankful mine finally have. And I would also say just to listen more and be a little bit more patient because your dreams are going to come true. younger self, but it's going to take a lot longer than you expected. So hang in there. Marta from Jacksboro. What was your worst subject in school? Math. It's just boring and like there's no creative angle to it at all. So it's not that it was my worst subject in school. Like I did pretty well in school, but only because I wanted to get out of there fast and come be a musician. It was just, I found it tedious and like, I don't care about math. Valerie from Bristol, what is your main goal to accomplish by the end of 2015? So by the end of next year. I mean, a #1 album? Am I reaching for the stars? Probably, but I have a good feeling about that. Kim from Jacksonville, what was your favorite TV show as a child? Ooh. Favorite cartoon was Doug. I loved Doug. I loved that they were all like random colors, like green and purple people walking around. Patty Mayonnaise, Skeeter Valentine. Doug was my favorite cartoon. And then my favorite show was probably Saved by the Bell. Gotta love that, Zach Morris. That was a good show. Ian from Rock Hill, what's your favorite type of cuisine to eat? Well, being Persian, I love Persian food. And also being a vegetarian and being Persian, it's awesome because there's so many vegetarian dishes within Persian cuisine. But I also love Mexican food, and I love Chilean food too, which is kind of random, but there's a really good spot downtown. I forget what it's called. I'll find out later and tweet you, Ian, if you're ever in downtown LA. Selena from Oak Park, do you plan on touring anytime in the near future? I hope so. I want to come see all you guys in Oak Park and everywhere else. So yeah. Lake from Seattle, if you were an animal, what would you be? If I was an animal, what would I be? I'd probably be a cheetah. Because, I don't know, cheetahs are cool. They're kind of feisty and a little bit standoffish, but really if you start like warming up to them, they purr and they're really nice. I feel like that might be how I would be in animal form. Erica from Salem, what's your favorite song on the radio right now? I just heard this new song when I was on the East Coast by Lily Wood and the Prick called Prayer in C, and I am living for that song. That is my gym anthem right now. It's mellow too, so it's weird like working out to it, but it's awesome. Ruth from Albany, do you have any kind of release date for your album in mind? Yes, Ruth from Albany, I do. I cannot give you a specific date, but early next year it's coming, and get ready for it because it's got some great little tidbits on it that I'm so excited for you guys to hear. It's really shaping up nicely, and I'm really proud of it. I guess that was it. So thanks so much, you guys, for submitting your Ask Anything questions, and thank you so much to Romeo and to the whole Saturday Night Online team. I'm EdenXO. This has been a lot of fun. Don't forget to follow me on social media, at Eden on Instagram, at EdenXO on Twitter, Facebook, and don't forget you can download my new song, Too Cool to Dance, on iTunes now. Thanks, everybody.